105.3 free greatest hits of all time with Garth Brooks, American Honky Tonk Bar Association. Good morning, I'm Jim King. It's a Thursday thing. Garth's new single, All Day Long, is climbing the charts and closing in on the top 10. All Day Long is just the first taste of what's to come on Garth Brooks' next album.
The whole theme of the album is just fun. Just go in and have fun, play those old honky-tonk kind of feels, and it's really showing up in the music right now, and I like that.
Garth Brooks explains how All Day Long got its true honky-tonk feel.
I put two guys in a room together, the guy that wrote Beaches, Brian Kennedy, and the guy that wrote Ask Me How I Know, Mitch Rossell. And I said, I'm looking for a honky-tonk song, but it's got to be new. And a kid named Matt Allen, who engineered it, recorded it, and mixed it, he just made it feel like it was something that was brand new, even though there's something about this so hauntingly familiar. So I like the marriage of the two.
Be prepared this hurricane season.
Walton and Johnson mornings, Jim King of the Road. Middays, 105.3, free with Little Texas. First time for everything. Breaking news here. Starbucks has confirmed its pumpkin spice latte returns to menus on August 28th. That's next Tuesday. This is the earliest debut date ever for the pumpkin spice latte, with the beverage typically launching around the first week of September. Excuse me, I'll stick with this. Just plain old Folgers. Coffee time at the castle. You caught me. Joe Diffie next on Free.
It's truly better when loud.
Broadcasting from the studios of King of the Road Productions in Beaumont, Texas on Free 105.3 with Cheryl Crow. In addition to this radio thing from KOTR Productions, also produce a television show. Got a brand new episode set to air this Saturday night. Right at 9:30 this week. There's no sporting event, no Fox Sports. So we're coming on right after local news at 9:30 sharp Saturday night. And we'll be focusing on a pretty cool band for Southeast Texas. A fantastic band, by the way. It's Chris Bergeron and County Line. Captured some exclusive concert footage last week in Beaumont of those cats. We'll air that. Plus, Britt Godwin, local favorite, will be in the Royal Spotlight. A big preview coming up next. Next break. Kenny Chesney straight ahead. I go back on Free.
The King of the Road, Jim King. Now heard exclusively right after Walton and Johnson on 105.3 Free.
As you know, Beaumont, Texas is known as the fun place to be.
Hey, kids, pay attention to this.
It's Kids Fish at Searim State Park this Saturday, August 25th from 9 to 11 a.m. Kids Fish is open to all kids 12 years of age and younger, and the first 200 kids that register receive a free rod and reel. Kids Fish radio and TV sponsors include Trophy Fish and Ponds in Silsbee, Max Bowl in Port Arthur, Woogie Sandwich Shops in Vidor, Beaumont, and Mid-County. The Next Level Tumble and Cheer in Bridge City, and the iPlace in Orange.
Say, kids, what time is it?
It's time for Kids Fish at Searim State Park this Saturday, August 25th from 9 to 11 a.m. Registration is from 8:30 to 9. And again, the first 200 kids that register receive a free rod and reel. Bait shrimp will be provided. Lunch and drinks will be provided to the participants. And an awards ceremony will follow the fishing at around 11:30 a.m.
That was swell, wasn't it, kids?
It will be a blast, Captain Bucko, this Saturday, August 25th with Kids Fish at Searim State Park. You kids don't want to miss this.
The songs your mama and daddy raised you on. From the big stick in the sticks.
Sounds like Texas, 105.3. Free with Steve Earle and Telephone Road. I'm Jim King of the Road. Of course, I do have a little TV thing that I mentioned in the last break. You can check out a brand new episode this coming Saturday night. It's a Bergeron and Britt episode with Britt Godwin back in the Royal Spotlight by popular demand. The Southeast Texas debut of Ryan Sims' new video as our music clip of the week. An exclusive concert footage and interview with Chris Bergeron and County Line.
They don't have arms to hold you when love is brought home. Now you say we are through. These sticks and stones may break me, but the word you said just tore my heart in two.
Chris Bergeron, great to see you.
Good to see you.
one of these traditional players from Southeast Texas. You focus on traditional country music. That's your roots. That's your bread and butter.
That's correct. I do traditional country music, and I know a lot of the newer country, but I don't do it. I stick to the old stuff, and that's why I have the following I have.
Don't miss our exclusive with Chris Bergeron and County Line this Saturday night at 9:30 on Fox 4 KBTV, the King of the Road Show HD. Toby next on Free.
105.3 Free.
105.3 Free, greatest hits of all time with Desert Rose Band. She Don't Love Nobody. I'm Jim King with breaking news out of Nashville. Gretchen Wilson caused a disturbance on a flight to Connecticut on Tuesday, and she was arrested after she landed at Bradley International Airport near Hartford. She was in town to do a private show at a casino. According to reports, she was flying first class and wanted to use the bathroom, but there's only one on the plane, and someone else beat her to it. They exchanged words, and there was even some shoving, but Gretchen wouldn't let go. She kept staring down the aisle and exchanging threatening hand gestures with the other passenger. Flight attendants had to warn her to stop. It's not clear if they said anything to the other passenger. The crew decided to alert authorities, so the Connecticut State Police were waiting. When the flight landed, as the cops were talking to Gretchen, she supposedly threw her hands in the air and demanded to be arrested. The demand was met. She was charged with second-degree breach of peace, and her bail was set at $1,000. That was originally a court date scheduled for yesterday, but that was postponed to September 13th. Gretchen's overpriced attorney was asked to comment, but he said it would be inappropriate because the court date is pending. So chill out, woman. Gretchen let her redneck side, her redneck woman, come out to play on a plane. Some girls do. Sawyer Brown coming up next on Free. Chill out, Gretchen.
Don't wait till it's too late.
Pounding the ports and banging the beaches on Free 105.3 with Dwight Yoakam guitars and Cadillacs. That's how we roll on the King of the Road radio show. Sometimes we even go down to the farm, down on the farm with Tim McGraw coming up next. Also, on the next break, we're going to hear from Dustin Lynch. You know, he was invited to join the Grand Ole Opry on Tuesday, but he also admitted that he once snuck in the place by using someone else's name. I'll let him tell the story. That's coming up on Free. Stay with me.
105.3 Free.
Legends playing the Legends, 105.3 Free with Linda Ronstadt. Long time. I'm Jim King. It's been a long time coming, but Dustin Lynch had a career moment on Tuesday when he was asked to join the Grand Ole Opry. Trace Adkins did the inviting, and the official induction will happen on September 18th. At the announcement, Dustin also made a confession about sneaking in the Grand Ole Opry under someone else's name.
I'm a crier, and I held it back to just about 2 minutes of tears. The first time I got to come to the Opry, I snuck in under someone else's name in the back door. I'll never forget it. A buddy I met through a friend lived next to Jimmy Wayne, and he got put on the list, and I used his name to get him backstage. He kind of hooked it up. So I just remember I was sweating bullets. One, because I'm backstage at the Opry. Two, I'm not supposed to be here. So it was just magical.
As I mentioned, Trace Adkins did the inviting to Dustin Lynch, and it was also a full circle thing because Trace was one of the first country stars that Dustin ever met, and probably the first one to insult him. It was back in high school, and he was with his girlfriend, and he asked Trace to take a photo with him. He said, quote, Trace looked at me, and then he looked at her and said, "Darling, you're with this little shrimp?" Like I said, he's come full circle.
Now spend your evenings with Jennifer Wild.
Sounds like Texas, 105.3 Free with Leroy Van Dyke, the auctioneer. Got Tanya Tucker coming up next to kick off a long set to cruise us into the lunch hour. Speaking of lunch, who eats the most fast food? Poor people eat fast food because it's the cheapest alternative, right? Nope. We all eat fast food because it's good. People who earn $75,000 or more a year eat more fast food than those making less than $20,000. In fact, only 4% of Americans say they never dine at a fast food joint. I don't know about you, but I got to stop at Whataburger every now and then when I'm cruising around town. Got to have my number 2, double beef, double cheese, Whataburger. That's all I need. Happy lunch. Bon appetit from Free.
105.3 Free.
105.3 free, greatest hits of all time. Marty Stewart, Burn Me Down. Got Diamond Rio, Meet Me in the Middle coming up next. Got a story from my wacky but true file, Not So Invisible Man. Somewhere in Texas, an unidentified man was stopped by police on suspicion of burglary. When the officer approached the car, the guy just sat there, casually looking around and ignoring the officer. He didn't say a word until he was taken into custody. That's when he gave his reason for acting so nonchalant. When the officer approached, he thought he was invisible. Invisible man.
Oh, you can't see me, can you? Well, that's the magic of radio, baby.
Walton and Johnson mornings, KOTR, a.k.a. Jim King of the Road, in the middays on 105.3 free. That's Aaron Tippin. Ain't nothing wrong with your radio. It's just the King of the Road radio show. Got Jason Aldean coming up next. Speaking of Jason, Aldean, and Florida-Georgia line are tight now, but they sure didn't start off on the right foot. Jason remembers before they met when he saw them backstage looking a little too comfortable, and he didn't like it. He saw them in the dressing room at the show. He didn't know who they were. So his first question was, who are you guys and why are you in my dressing room? I guess things have worked out okay. Jason Aldean, like I said, is tight now with Florida-Georgia line. He's going to be in your radio next with You Make It Easy on Free. Stay with me.
105.3 free.
Legends playing the legends, 105.3 free with B.J. Thomas, the Houstonian. You know, he's got kinfolk in our area, in our neck of the woods. I've talked to him about that backstage once in Benton, Louisiana. That's I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry. Got Toby Keith coming up next, Beer from My Horses. Here. And coming up in the next break, we're going to do a fabulous flashback and go backstage with singer-songwriter Bart Crow, Texas country superstar. That's coming up on Free. Stay with me.
The Sunday morning tradition.
Sounds like Texas, 105.3 free with Les Paul and Mary Ford. I'm Jim King. Got the Judds coming up. Also, Beaumont boy Clay Walker, Forrester Sisters. And thanks for riding shotgun with me through the midday. We always cruise Cadillac style and keep between the ditches.
King of the road.
Backstage with Texas country troubadour Bart Crow.
Love like ours can't be built in a million dreams. 'Cause it's just you and me. Girl, you're all I need. Oh, man.
Bart Crow, good to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you. It's been a while.
You know, my shtick is the King of the Road thing, but I think I'm really actually talking to the King of the Road because
I don't know about that.
Last time I saw you was probably downtown Beaumont at the Dixie Dance Hall, and I know you do about 200 shows a year, and that's been a few years, so you've done 500-600 shows since then.
Probably so. I'm trying to think. It's been at least, probably 3 or 4 years ago when we did last time, I think. Guessing.
Bart Crow, his new album's called Dandelion, the single Dandelion. Last time I checked is #2 on the Texas Country Music Chart. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it's been, it's done really well for us. And, it's a Matt Powell tune. We went in and put on the new record, and then, radio's been fond of it. Fans and friends have been fond of it. And, so it right now it's at its 3rd week on the Texas Regional Radio Report chart. It's at 3rd week at #1, and it was #2 on the Texas Music Chart last week. So we'll see where it is this week.
As our latest single out to radio, I want to thank everybody for calling and making it give us our second #1 off our Dandelion record.
No fees, no buffering, non-stop fun.
Down in the ports and banging the beaches on Free 105.3 with Tim McGraw, Shotgun Rider. Thanks for riding shotgun with me, Jim King, through the midday thing. Got a question for you. Should kids' summer break be longer? According to a new survey, the most popular answer with parents is yes. 41% think summer break should be at least 3 months. On the other side of things, 13% think they should abolish summer break completely.
And boys and girls, don't forget to brush every day and say your prayers and obey Mommy and Daddy, and don't take candy from strangers and look both ways before crossing the street. And
Be prepared this hurricane season.
Now it's too late to come back home.
105.3 free greatest hits of all time with Randy Travis. Too Gone for Too Long. Got Aaron Lewis, That Ain't Country, coming up next. We keep it country style here. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. Already wished my Facebook friends happy birthday. Going to tell you who the celebs are that have birthdays. That's coming up in the next break with Aaron. Also, Kenny Rogers coming up, Roy Orbison, and Beaumont boy Mark Chestnut just around the corner. Stay with me on Free.
Free FM is, well, just that. Free.
Legends playing the Legends, 105.3 free with Roy Orbison and Pretty Woman. Got that pretty woman named Patty Loveless coming up next with You Will. I'm Jim King. Let's do this thing.
Birthday, it's your birthday. Open up the window, scream and shout. Birthday, it's your birthday, so you're just a little older now. Who cares if your memory starts to fade? So tough, just remembering your age. Birthday, it's your birthday. Have a giant celebration. Turn up our station and have a real good time.
Today's celebrity birthdays. Jeremy Lin is 30, the Asian American basketball player who came out of nowhere to become an NBA star. He's now with the Atlanta Hawks, and he can totally dunk on his mom. Jamie Lee Kirshner is 37, lead investigator Danny James on Bull. Kobe Bryant turns 40 today, retired and staying that way. Shelley Long turns 69, Diane Chambers on Cheers. She also plays Ed O'Neill's ex-wife Dee Dee on Modern Family every once in a while. Rick Springfield is 69 today, soap opera actor turned rock star with Jesse's Girl. Your grandparents knew him as Dr. Noah Drake on General Hospital. Rudy Rutinger is 70 today, the real-life inspiration for the movie Rudy. And finally, Barbara Eden turns 87 today. She was Jeannie on I Dream of Jeannie. And my first crush.
Happy birthday to you.
24 hours a day, every day, all day.